into the South Asian community. If you are South Asian, then you can both relate and change these toxic patterns. And if you are not South Asian, then stop being so ignorant and learn about someone else. Our communities live to please others. What will people say is a viral statement that is always made. You will both be guilt-tripped and emotionally manipulated your entire life with this one-liner. Now let's move on to the treatment of women. Women are treated very differently than men. Now, if someone has a son and a daughter in the same house, the son is allowed to do whatever the hell he wants. He's allowed to go out, stay out overnight, go on vacations, have a girlfriend, do all of that. The daughter is constantly told that she cannot do any of the above because of two reasons. What will people say? And then her reputation. Her reputation is everything. Who's going to want to marry her? Our community has the highest beauty standards, starting with extreme colorism. The lighter you are, the more beautiful you are. Your features are discussed in front of you as a child. Imagine growing up and constantly hearing what's wrong with you. Kids are constantly compared from childhood into adulthood about their beauty, about their academics, everything. The only goal for women in our communities is to get married, and have kids. That's the biggest accomplishment. And once you get married, like they told you your life would change and you can do everything, guess what? You can't. You had to ask your parents for permission before marriage, and now you have to ask your husband and his family for permission. Let me elaborate. In most scenarios, it is recommended if you're the eldest son to live with your in-laws. Now, the dude is constantly torn between mom and wife. Who do I pick? And some moms are actually competitive and a little bit crazy. I'm going to pause for a quick trigger warning. If parents don't have the proper education or the tools, they are then taking their anger out, their frustrations out on their kids through physical abuse. And here's the crazy part. They think there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, I know. Crickets. Now moving on to cousin marriage and arranged marriage, which are both still a big thing. If a toxic mother's toxic son is not married by a certain age, they will get the girl from back home. And when she does make her way here, she is their servant. She cleans, she cooks, she tends to them all day. And the dude still doesn't really care about her. Now moving on to the second trigger warning. There is so much domestic violence that they sweep under the rug. For some, that is part of life and they will never change it. I have a 3-year-old daughter. These are 3 things I'm doing actively to make sure she never falls into that. The first is letting her choose her profession. She doesn't need to be a doctor or engineer to be worthy. She can be anything she wants. The next is teaching her the art of confidence from a very young age. This girl is going to be so strong that if anyone even tries to compare her, she will put them in her place no matter how old you are. And this third pointer is actually for us as parents, South Asian parents. Don't discipline through fear. If you have to use physical force to discipline someone, you're just giving that monster inside you what it needs. You're not really disciplining. Let me know if you want a part 2.